everyone, my name's Faye and I am one half of Married to Reselling. I'm doing a video for you today showing you what I got recently. If you're regular viewers of our videos, you will see that when we pick stock to post out, a lot of the stuff we're picking up at the moment and selling really well is stuff that we pick up from auction, and it's like pence an item. A few weeks ago, and it has been a few weeks unfortunately, but it's taken me to do this video, we went charity shopping for the afternoon to a town we hadn't been to for years. We went there to pick up a dinner set that I got off Facebook Marketplace. I think I paid £50 for a Denby set. The main aim of the trip, once we picked up the Denby set, was to get stock for Amazon. That didn't go so well. We didn't get that much. We got a couple of items that were really good, but I actually filled the car up with bric-a-brac, breakables, whatever you want to call it. And it's unusual to go into a charity shop and find so many things that I thought were reasonably priced. I'll show you what I've got. That's the purpose of me being here. But yeah, I was very impressed. I was like filling up the counter space with stock. I was like, oh, can I put that there? Because my hands are full. I'm still browsing, and the pile was just getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So yeah, here we go. I'm going to show you what I've got. I have researched it. It is all listed. I've just finished listing it today. I did a bit yesterday, finished today, and it was like shopping all over again because, like I said, it's been a few weeks. I've had a cough, so I couldn't do a video without sort of coughing all over it. So yeah, I'm going to show you what we got, and I'm going to tell you about it and the information I've sort of found out when listing. So I'll get these two big things out of the way first. So we have Chinese Lucky Immortal figurines. Now they're supposed to be 3. They're really heavy. They're 15 inches tall each, and they are, just looking at my laptop, which is right here, Fulu Shu or Fulu Shao gods. They represent happiness and longevity. There should be 3. There was only 2. I got 2. They were £12 each, which is quite a lot of money for bric-a-brac items, but I have listed them for £129.99. Who knows if that will be a good price. We will turn on best offer in the next few days. There are quite a few sold, but of ones that are a lot smaller, and not everyone sells them as 3s. Sometimes there's 2s or individuals. So I thought I would give it a go. They are ceramic. They don't have any maker on the bottom. I think they're supposed to be holding, or one of them might supposed to be holding a sword or something, or that could be the one that I haven't got. But there, look. I mean, they're not my sort of cup of tea, but they're going to be someone's. And since I had that excellent sale with the Oriental vase that sold within 5 minutes, I'm kind of opening my eyes up more to sort of Oriental bric-a-brac sort of stuff, and I've got a few bits to show you in this video. I will hopefully have a sale on those very soon, and hopefully you'll see them going out in a what sold video. All right, next up are 4 ceramic, like studio pottery goblets. So there's 2, and oh god. The lid just fell down on something I'm going to show you, made me jump. And there's 2 more. And these were £5, and randomly 3 out of the 4 have got a signature on or maker's mark, but 1 hasn't. And the maker's mark is, I'm not going to pronounce this right, T2, T-E, with like an accent over the T, T-E-T-U. And the ceramicist is called Robert T2. And he's still alive, he still makes, but these are apparently vintage. There's sort of an impressed signature on the base. You can just see it at the top near my forehead there. And these are, well, he's Canadian, these are made in Canada. And these cost me £5, and I've listed these for $18.99. They're quite tall, I think they're about 12-15 centimetres tall. They're really nice. I don't know that, I guess people would use them, or if they'd be more sort of ornamental, I wouldn't want to use them. But I don't think they've been used ever. But they're really, really lovely, if that's the sort of thing that floats your boat. Next up is a Mr. Celery. I saw this in the shop, picked it up straight away because we've sold this before, and it's Price Kensington. That's the make. It's stamped on the bottom. There's different ranges of what I call face pots, and this one was in a job lot we picked up from auction before, and it sold quite quickly. In fact, we've actually got a different celery ones left still. It's been for sale for a couple of months, but this one that we had before sold really quickly, so I didn't hesitate in picking this up again. Paid £3 for this, and it did come with a lid that was sellotaped on, thanks charity shop. And I thought, well, that's unusual, having a lid. So I looked through the solds and for sales, and none of them had a lid. And when I took the sellotape off, I realised that it was only, the lid only just fit. And then I thought, a celery pot's not going to have a lid because celery is supposed to poke out the top. So I binned that. So this is listed for £21.99, and I'm hoping that will sell quite quickly because previously it did for us before. And I think I paid last time about £2.67 it worked out for. So I've got high hopes for Mr. Celery. Next up is this vintage hideous cabbage tureen. I think they are supposed to come with a plate and a ladle. I don't know if the ladle's ceramic as well. But it's pretty big. It's pretty brash. There's the lid. There's the gap for the ladle. Now, it's sort of, there are Maholica ones that are similar, but I don't think this is. This has a stamp on the bottom that says 289/4. I couldn't find any sort of relevance to what that meant with regards to a maker. But these do go for a lot of money. Different makes, different styles, but all kind of cabbage soup tureens. And this one has got a chip in the lid, unfortunately, which I have declared. I paid £5 for this, and I've listed it for £49.99. I will take offers, obviously, especially because of the chip. But that they sell anywhere between sort of £40 and £70. So we'll see how that one goes. But I've not seen one of those in the charity shop before, and especially not for £5. Next, these are what caught my eye in the shop. So all of this is pretty much from the same shop, and I saw these first, and I thought, oh, they're different. They're Oriental, which is kind of what's been catching my eye, like I mentioned just now about the vase. And these to me look like bonsai tree sort of pots. I don't know how unusual it is to get a bonsai tree not in a pot, or how often people who have bonsai trees have to repot their trees. Our only experience of bonsai trees is our nephew. We got him one for Christmas last year, and it's dead. So, yeah. These don't have any marks on them. They both match. I don't know if I've got them around the right way. Hang on. They both got the same sort of design on them. And they were, I think one's slightly smaller. They were £4 each. I have put these on auction. I was talking to Simon about it because there's different ones sell for different money. One of these, very similar to this, very similar design, sold for £50. And I thought, oh, it's quite unusual to have a pair. I haven't seen anyone selling a pair in this design or a similar design. So we decided to put them on auction. I've scheduled that auction to start at 8:30 tonight because I was working on them at like 2 o'clock this afternoon, and I thought, better for an evening when people are more likely to be around. So I've started the price at £49.99, 7-day auction. I'm hoping for £100. £8 into 100 would be really great. So watch this space on those. And if they don't sell on auction, I will put them on buy it now. Maybe £99.99. We'll see. But they're quite heavy. I'd like them to go. I'd like people to get into a bidding war on those. That'd be good. I was going to show you this next, but it's my mug. These are in the same shop. These are £3 each. They are soup bowls. This one is like sweet corn on the cob. Comes with a saucer. And this one, I was like looking at it thinking, is it a radish? Is it an artichoke? But actually, I think if you can sort of see the texture at the top, I think it's supposed to be asparagus. And that also comes with the saucer. Yeah, they were £3 each, and I've listed those as a pair for £39.99. I couldn't find anything similar on eBay. I could find like modern sort of novelty corn on the cob mugs and that sort of thing, but I couldn't find anything similar on eBay. They've got a Y stamped on the bottom. I don't know what that means. I couldn't find the maker. So if you have any ideas who made these, or if there's a technical name for them other than soup bowls, then please let me know. But I thought they'd make a nice pair, so I put them together. Back to the Oriental theme, I picked up a planter. This one's quite nice. It's not the soup bowl sort of shape, which are kind of round like that. They're very popular. This is kind of like a ridged sort of swirl pattern, but it was really nice, and I paid £4 for that one. It's an indoor plant pot, so there's no hole in the bottom. I doubt it's frostproof. It's hand painted. It's got like a cherry blossom design on it, and I've listed that for £39.99. And this sort of thing is experimental for me. I'm no expert in this. I've never listed anything like this before, so I am just kind of going for it price wise. It's Q4, so hopefully people are feeling spendy, and this will go for 40 quid. If not, then we'll turn best offer on in a few days. We're always up for offers, and we'll just sort of lower the price accordingly, or we'll have a coupon on. But I'm optimistic at £40 on that one. Sticking with the theme, got 2 more planters. These do have holes in the bottom, so I doubt they're good for outdoor, and maybe in the summer. But more for sort of house plants. I have put house plants in the item specifics. I also use the keyword, now Sophie, don't shoot me down, jardiniere, which is kind of like a French term for a plant pot. But different versions of plant pots, so like urns, and then the stands that the urns go on, apparently. Some of you might know more about that than me. I could have got that completely wrong, but that's what I think I learned today. But these cost £4 for the pair. They are matching. One's slightly bigger than the other. This one goes inside that one. And they have been listed for £44.99. Still on the planter theme, this is quite big. This caught my eye. I thought it was very different. It's very studio pottery, sort of thing I see all the time, but in like a mug or a trinket pot or a bowl, something that goes on the table or on a sideboard, not a flower pot. It's actually stamped St. Neots Pottery on the front there. And I don't know if that's from St. Neots, which isn't too far away from us, in Cambridgeshire, or if there's a St. Neots. I sort of fell down a rabbit hole with Cornwall, and St. Neots was mentioned once, but so it could be a pottery house in Cornwall. I don't know, or just a maker that's moved to Cornwall that used to live in St. Neots. I don't know, but I really, really liked this, and if it doesn't sell, I might keep it. This one was £4, and I've listed it for £39.99 with heavy post, like really heavy post, really, really heavy post. I think they're all the big things. And then I've got a chair next to me piled up. I've got this Budweiser tankard. This is ceramic. This is really nice. It's from 1986. They did sort of special edition each year. It's the, oh no, it's not 86, it's 88. Winter 1988. And it says on the bottom, handcrafted expressly for Anheuser-Busch Incorporated, B Series, a tradition of quality continues through the world-famous Budweiser Clydesdales. This limited edition stein depicts the hitch passing through a typical American town on a winter's day. And it was made in Brazil. But it's really nice. And there's lots of different ones for sale or sold, but none from 1986. So they did them every year, and we had watchers within sort of half an hour of listing this. So I'm optimistic that will sell. It's currently up for £24.99, and it costs £2. Next up is some glassware. Now, as you know, if you've been watching us for a long time, you'll know that I love glass. However, I hate taking photos of it, especially if it's clear glass. I don't mind paperweights when they're colourful, but sort of drinking glasses or any kind of ornamental glass that's clear, I just cannot get good photos of it. So I kind of probably need to stop picking it up or improve my technique. We've kind of played around with lights behind the sort of photo box that I use, but I haven't got a proper photographer's light. It was like my granddad's old reading light, which is bendy, but it doesn't give a big enough kind of piece of light behind the objects that I'm taking photos of. So it's not ideal. I need to find a better solution if I'm going to carry on picking up clear glass, which when we buy from auction, we do end up with a lot of clear glass. This one is a Rosenthal studio line candle holder. It's German and it's covered it in fingerprints now. It's going to be very hard to see, but by my thumb in the corner is the maker's mark, Rosenthal studio line, and it's a candle holder, like a tapered dinner candle. Lots of these for sale, different designs, different styles, sort of selling anywhere between sort of 30 and 50, some for more if you've got a pair. I've only got one. This costs £2.29 and I've listed it for £29.99. I really liked this when I saw this. It's just like a trinket dish, but it sort of reminds me of tie-dye in a way. It's quite funky, green, white and grey, a bit different. And it's on the bottom, it's stamped EHEH. Now I've got a pretty good website I use called sort of British Studio Pottery Marks or something, and you sort of type in the letters you can see and it kind of searches through its database and brings up results showing you pictures of who it thinks it could be based on other signatures that they've got in their database. Anyway, I couldn't find anything with EHEH twice. Now, could it be a mistake? Did the person mean to stamp it twice? Or is one of the E's actually an L and still looks like an E? Because there's like a couple, a man and a woman, who are EH and LH, and they stamp their pottery with both their signatures. So I'm not 100% sure, but this cost me £1 and I've listed it for £24.99, so I think it's a bit different. And it is the season of giving at the moment, so hopefully someone else will fall in love with that. Got some bowls. These are Franconia Krautheim Selb bowls. I don't know how people are if they're German. I've done my best there. Did do German at school. I do like German, but that might not have been great. These are made in Bavaria. This brand, Franconia, does do very well, but I couldn't find the actual pattern name. It's got a code on it, 6492, and there's some very similar patterns, floral, in some of their ranges, but none the same as this. So that might hold me back, who knows. But these cost £2.50 for 4, and I've listed those for £29.99. They're in really, really lovely condition. I loved these when I saw them. They are Rayware. I picked up a bit of Rayware in the past or ended up with it from auction, but never bought it in a charity shop. These are Rayware made in Italy chicken biryani bowls. I just thought they were quite cute, a bit different, and it's got sort of a recipe in the middle for biryani. They're all the same, and they were £2.50 for 3. I've listed those for £26.99. Would have been better if there was 4. Beggars can't be choosers. Next up is this cheese dish. This is the first cheese dish I've ever listed. There we go. It's like the plate that it goes on. And there's like the wedge style lid. It's very orange and it's very old looking. Now it's sort of, the orange sort of makes me think 1970s. But I think it's a lot older. There's no maker's mark or anything on the base. Did a Google search, couldn't find anything in this colour, just plain. I could find some that were antique with a similar style handle and kind of like the ridged lid. So I've gone with that. Who knows? I think it'd make a great prop in someone's kitchen on a TV show. But I need to learn about cheese dishes basically. And this one cost £3. I've gone high, I've gone £39.99 because all the ones that I could see are floral, and I thought this was a bit different. It might suit someone that doesn't like flowers. So yeah, we'll see how that goes at £39.99. but we can always lower the price. Stack of plates. These jumped out at me, not literally, but they sort of caught my eye in the charity shop. They were on the reduced section, and it said 9 plates. They cost £1.50 for 9. And I thought they were a British Home Stores design, which we have a set for that we've sold lots from. I think it's Priory is the name of the set. It's very similar, but it's not BHS Priory. It's Royal Dalton Expressions Windermere. So I thought, 9 plates for £1.50, that's pretty good. So I brought them home, went to list them, and I was just checking each plate. Check plates in the shop if they're in a stack. Always check, because, and it's not a big deal, but one was a saucer. So that turns it down to 8 plates, 1 saucer, which is fine. But one literally looked like someone had just eaten, I don't know, a steak and kidney pie off it. And then it had dried for like 5 years. And, oh God, it was horrible. I don't know how no one had noticed that. So that went in the dishwasher 3 times. But I've listed the 8 plates for $49.99 because it is a popular set. I might have gone quite high, but no one else was selling sets of 8. And then I've listed the saucer for $7.99 plus post. And like I say, when you're learning, it's no harm going high. If you just want to clear them, I mean, like I said, I paid £1.50 and then 50p for the saucer. I could go 20 quid, but let's see if I can get $49.99 or close with our best offer on. So fingers crossed. Look at this beauty. When I saw this, I thought this was rayware, and it could actually be rayware. We have sold a jug very similar to this, and we've got a fruit bowl for sale very similar to this. But I loved it. It's a sort of wall hanging, so a bit like a picture. It's got a hook, so you can just hang it on the wall. It's 3D, fruit in a bowl, very retro. This cost $2.99, and I have listed this for $24.99. Simon actually saw this in one of the shops we were in. It's a Whittard's Echo from 2004. It's like a storage pot, like you put your sort of wooden spoons and stuff in. The Whittard's Echo cups and mugs do quite well, so we grabbed this. This cost £2.50, and we've listed this for $19.99. I know some people pick up a lot of Whittard's stuff. We don't tend to. We have in the past, maybe like a couple of items a year, but I know people do sort of swear by selling Whittard's. We don't often see it, so hopefully that will do all right. Next is this cup and saucer. This is a Booth's Real Old Willow. It's still sellotape to the saucer. Now I picked this up because it was Real Old Willow, and when we've had Real Old Willow before, it's sold really quickly, but it's never been a cup and saucer. It's been plates or bowls, and this is in really nice condition. Like the blue's not faded at all, the gold hasn't faded. Yeah, it's really nice. So I was quite eager to list this, and when I started researching price, I noticed that they don't really sell for very much. So I thought I'll put it to one side, and I'll just wait and collect more over time. It won't take long, I shouldn't think, and list a set when I've got them. But Simon's like, no, list it for sort of 20 quid, and if it doesn't sell, it doesn't sell. And once you've got more, you can change that listing. You can change that listing to show that you've got more. So like change a single cup and saucer to like a set of 4 or something. And if it sells in the meantime, excellent. So I haven't listed it yet, but I will do that. This cost £3. And then we've got, sticking with the Oriental theme again, is this, I guess it's a ginger jar, trinket pot. See this sort of geometric kind of, like on the edge here, that sort of geometric pattern is on the bonsai planters and on one of the other round planters. So it's obviously a popular pattern. Sold something very similar but slightly bigger recently that came in a job lot from auction for about $29.99, I think. So I just did a sell similar on that with this one, and changed the fact that, well, changed the measurements. This is smaller. This cost £2. In the last one, I did sort of put vase as a keyword as well, because you could take the lid off and use it as a vase. I think that's quite nice. So hopefully that will have a quick sale. But yeah, I've listed it for £24.99. So we shall see. Yeah, that kind of filled the boot. It doesn't look like that much now, but when it's all in boxes and you're stopping it from banging against each other in the boot, it did take up a lot of space. So what do you think? Anything you like the look of? Would you have picked this up? Did I make some mistakes? Were you shouting at me saying, no, why did you pick that up? Please let me know in the comments. And if you've got any tips, like on the butter dish or any of the planters or like these, do let me know, because you have, well, I've learned a lot from people commenting in the past. You all sort of know all different things, and it is really helpful. So yeah, please, if you've got anything to say, please write in the comments and let me know. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.